Hello everyone, Aaron Teskey again. I just want to touch base a little bit more on the stuff going on in Virginia. I also want to add real quick before I get into my video. In my last video on Virginia, I mentioned that the rally was going on today, January 16th, 2020. I was wrong. That was misinformation on my part. I just read an article. That's what I perceived it as. The rally is actually on January 20th, Monday. So I apologize for that misinformation. Anyways, I know there's a lot of people out there that are opposed to the idea of the violence that could very well erupt in Virginia. We could be staring down the barrel of our very own Battle of Concord, the shot heard round the world, beginning of the Revolutionary War. Now, I understand you're opposed to violence. Nobody, like I've said it before, nobody wakes up in the morning and just goes, oh, gee, I hope these people die today. That's not what we're hoping for. But you need to stay, if you are a conservative, if you are a gun rights advocate, if you believe in the Second Amendment for this country, you need to stand behind Virginia. You need to stand behind the militia. You need to stand behind the citizens. Because right now, we're all people from Virginia. I saw a really good video about this, but every single gun owner in this country and every conservative in this country is basically a Virginian right now. We are behind these people. This is sealing our fate for us as a nation, for us as conservatives. If you know anything about history in World War II, what was the first thing Hitler did? Gun confiscations. First, he went door to door, taking every citizen in the nation's guns. And then he advocated against the Jews, built the largest army in the world, and started World War II. This gun confiscation is the first of many to come if we let them segue this. This is the segue to us losing our Second Amendment constitutional rights. Do you think it's going to stop in Virginia? No. Now, I've seen an argument, oh, this isn't going to happen. Democrats have been trying to take our guns for years. That's because we have had enough Republicans and enough people that had enough wherewithal that knew they couldn't do it on a federal level. But right now, the state house of Virginia is controlled by Democrats. The Senate is controlled by Democrats. The governorship is controlled by Democrats. What do you see unfolding? The very idea, the beginning of their socialistic views and what they want of this country unfolding in Virginia. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. Oh, Trump can just step in. No, he can't. Yes, we are sovereign states. Federal law supersedes state law. But being a sovereign state, they can have a stricter law than the federal government. They cannot have a looser law. The weed legalization throughout the country is actually an anomaly. Technically, by constitutional standards, it shouldn't be allowed. But the federal government has been very good about allowing states to be a sovereign state. So unfortunately, in this situation, President Trump needs to do the same thing. You can't be a hypocrite and just step in whenever you want. You have to do the right thing. As a conservative, if this gun confiscation goes through and comes to fruition, then you better pray that the advocates there respond with violence. Because if not, gun confiscation, gun control, it's coming to a town near you. It's coming for your state. It's coming for your city. It's coming for your town and your family. You're next. And in Virginia, if the gun confiscation bill doesn't go through, their next step is forcing everybody to register it. Which, to some people doesn't sound like a bad idea, but what that does is that gives the government an itinerary of who has what at what houses. And then guess what the next step is? Door knocking. And they're coming for your fucking guns. So, I understand being opposed to violence, not wanting to see it erupt, but at the same time, if you are a true conservative and a true patriot, you care about your constitutional rights, you kind of have to hope that if that gun confiscation goes through, then that the people stand up. Because if not, we're in trouble. This country's in trouble. Our rights are in trouble. Our constitutional civil liberties are in trouble. Everything's in trouble. We thought we were in trouble with all this crap going on with the impeachment. No. If we let this gun confiscation go through unanswered, is the end of our country as we know it. Everything this country was built and founded on is flushed down the drain with that one fucking move. Alright, everybody, that's it. It's done with my rant for Virginia for right now. Touch base through the weekend and Monday as tensions continue to rise. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.